Hey everyone, long time no see. My name is Tatiana Spiteri. You are watching Vlog Vision. Oh my god, I missed you guys. Eurovision 2025 is nearing, and Junior Eurovision 2024 is just around the corner. A lot of topics to discuss today. Without further ado, let's go. Let's go, guys. Lots of things to discuss. And news number one that is by now confirmed, and there is no discussion anymore, no debate. It is the ongoing almost for the whole year, well, half a year since the final of Eurovision 2024. Joost Klein and whether he will participate in the next Eurovision Song Contest or not, and will the Netherlands participate or not. Now we know for a fact the Netherlands will participate in Eurovision 2025 in Switzerland. Bad news, it is not going to be Joost Klein. Or maybe good news, it depends on, which camp you are. He basically was offered to participate in Eurovision for representing his country again next year. However, he chose not to. It just doesn't feel good, he says. I need to give myself more time to heal. So that experience was very dramatic and still feels like that apparently. It just doesn't feel like next year will be the right time to do the whole thing with the same emotion, with the same attitude. Sometimes it makes sense to make a couple years of a break and then come back stronger, and maybe not aim for top 5, but aim for the win. What do you guys think? Should Joost Klein come back? Should he come and kill it and maybe be offered the chance to go straight to the final without passing the qualification rounds? I am happy that the Netherlands will participate next year. I think whatever happens backstage with camera, not camera, whatnot, threats, not threats, whether it's confirmed or not confirmed, like the country should not be punished by not participating, and from the country point of view, it definitely wants to be represented. Like when there are 40 countries we're talking about, why would the Netherlands not be there just because of that conflict? Of course, they wanted to see that EBU has done necessary amends, certain changes, and we'll talk about them soon. But the Netherlands has decided, okay, that for now, it looks like there is again love, peace, peace in this whole the Netherlands or Joost Klein versus EBU conflict. Time to move on to our next topic, and that is national selections started happening in several countries already as Eurovision 2025 is nearing. We know that Montenegro is back to Eurovision. If you don't know, well, now you do. With 36 entries only submitted to the national selection. Like I'm here in Estonia, in Tallinn, talking to you from, the north. And even here in a small country of Estonia, which is only 1.4 million people, we have about 300, 400 entries every year. We're talking 36 entries altogether. Are there not enough artists willing to participate in Eurovision from Montenegro? Is the promotion not there? Is it too much of a, contract responsibility sort of thing that artists are not willing to even submit their entries? What the hell is going on, Montenegro? I want to know. And not only were there only 36 entries altogether before the finalists were chosen, there are also some disqualified songs from what I know for inappropriate content for Eurovision. Like of 36 songs, a few were even not considered to possibly participate. I don't know, it feels like something is not right, something is not sitting right with me about these numbers. I hope there will be at least one or two worthy candidates to participate from Montenegro this year. But what I want to say is that you don't sit in the shadows, you don't wait for a couple years to then come up with just a bunch of songs submitted, maybe some of them even submitted by the same artist. We all know that when there are Eurovision submissions to the national selections, many artists do not just put all their, let's say, stakes on one song. They spread it out and they submit 2 or 3 songs, maybe even more, maybe some collaborations as well, in hope of getting into the national final and then to Eurovision, obviously. And if we have only 3 dozens of songs, I don't know like how much to expect of quality submissions this year.
Do you know how hard it is to find a quality man in Los Angeles?
But we'll see. I'm not saying there isn't anything that will, spark interest. The next thing is Malta. Malta hasn't yet chosen its participants for Eurovision Song Malta, but the news today is that Malta is back to live Eurovision national selection. I am super, super excited about that. Well, for one thing, because I'm moving to Malta soon. Yep. Another thing, though, is that Malta last year definitely kind of cut its own chances, to take a high place in Eurovision simply by not having live audience in the national selection. We're not in COVID times, guys. Pre-recorded studio or the national selection, hall doesn't feel the same. You need the audience. You need all eyes on us. You need live reactions. You need to see what vibes with the public. You need to see what might then translate to Eurovision, where the audience will be millions and millions. And if a bunch of people, be it judges, producers, whatever, think, oh, okay, she moves right, she sings right, it should, she's charismatic, she looks good. For example, Sara Bonici last year, that should go, with Eurovision audience. Not necessarily, you never know. So you always have to test it, check it, give it the option of live performance and see how it then, causes a spark or not with the audience. Look at Sara Bonici last year. She was amazing in self-promotion and self-PR and doing all kinds of TikTok videos, Instagram videos, all of that. Oh my God. Her fan base was growing by the hours, I don't know, with the way that she drew attention to herself, like posting several videos and photos, shoots, whatever, a day, rehearsal videos. She did everything in her power possibly. It's one of the most hardworking Eurovision artists I've ever seen. And for her age, that is so admirable that, oh my God. But all that still didn't translate enough even to put her to the final of Eurovision 2024. What does that mean? Nobody knew. Like that, to live audience, this simply wouldn't work well enough. I'm not saying the performance wasn't good. It was. But that is not an audience enough. The sample research speaking, the language of research is not sufficient to make the right conclusions, to choose the right people. And now live, with live audience, this is the way it is supposed to be. You have to interact with the live audience and see how it resonates. And the last but very important thing to discuss for today is that Eurovision has chosen its director. Martin Österdahl, of course, is still in power in the position that he's in, but now there is also a Eurovision director. It's Martin Green. We all know him already from working with Eurovision in Liverpool, in also London Olympics, but as a Eurovision director, we of course don't know how it's gonna look, what exactly he's gonna be in charge of. But it is done to definitely spread out the responsibility, to allow different kinds of points of view, to not put all the eggs in one basket. So then it's just, Martin Österdahl against the world, me against the music, there needs to be some sort of spread out, in the duties, in the responsibility, in the blame, if there is some. In case of anything, that there are various angles to look at the situation, and different parties can influence, the outcome of whatever, discussion, debate, conflict there is. So is it good news? Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have more people investing their, their all into that, into Eurovision, into the contest, into the way it looks, maintaining this positive relationships between every party in Eurovision, because having been many times the journalist of Eurovision, I can tell you it's not always love, love, peace, peace. There is quite a lot of tension sometimes going on between the delegations, between the photographers and the artists, between the journalists or bloggers of the higher authority media and fan media, and do not have the same sort of access to artists, and you have to deal with it super diplomatically. And if Eurovision is not about diplomacy and making, countries meet peacefully together to sing, dance, and choose the best or their favorites, then what are we doing here? It is not a battlefield. It is a friendly battlefield, but it shouldn't be the battlefield in the sense that we're excluding people a few hours before the show and then like it's all stones thrown at one person, as if it's only Martin and no one else. Martin Österdahl, I mean, not the new one. Now there will be two Martins. Oh my god, they're both Martins. Okay, Martin Österdahl and Martin Green, double Martin situation. So what do you guys think about the new director of Eurovision? Whether there is a need in a director of Eurovision, or was that enough to have Martin Österdahl and he could be responsible and blamed for everything? Will there never be peace at Eurovision no matter how many people you put in charge? Or will there now be tensions between the two Martins? Will we see the battle of the two Martins? Now, I want to know your opinion on everything we've discussed today. It is so soon, guys, that we'll see each other on a regular basis. Thank you for watching me, and do enjoy the evening, do enjoy your morning coffee or your day in the office. Ciao, ciao.